Maniac Cop from 1988 is quite an interesting little genre blender movie. So it's directed by William Lustig, who directed the slasher Maniac in the early 80s, and the screenplays by Larry Cohen, who many of you will know from Cue the Winged Serpent, or The Stuff, or It's Alive, another one of my favourite filmmakers, favourite screenwriters. And this one, it's basically about a renegade ex-cop who's murdering people in New York City in his old police uniform, no less, and creating a climate of fear around the city. So it's a movie that kind of polarised audiences back when it was released. It kind of alienated some people that were fans of Lustig's Maniac. They probably went in expecting a paint-by-numbers slasher movie, I guess, but you're getting more of a police procedural thriller with this one. So if you like those kind of movies, you'll probably take to it. It does play out kind of like a grindhouse type crime exploitation movie in a sense. So fans of exploitation movies will enjoy it as well, I believe. The cast is pretty cool for this one. You have Robert Z'Dar playing the titular character. Robert Z'Dar, of course, is the man with the massive jawline, a jawline that can never be reckoned with in all of cinema, except perhaps by one person who kind of comes close, and that's Bruce Campbell, who also stars in this movie. So you have Robert Z'Dar and Bruce Campbell in the same movie, and if that's not good enough for you, Tom Atkins shows up as well as a hard-boiled detective. It's a role that he was always born to play, and he chews up the scenery at every opportunity, just like Bruce Campbell. So Maniac Cop was a polarising movie at the time, but since then it has become more beloved, I guess. So like movies like Day of the Dead and Halloween 3, people have kind of warmed to it. It's the same people that sort of saw it at the time and thought, hey, this isn't what I'm expecting, this is too weird, have kind of warmed up to it in the same way that people have warmed up to Day of the Dead and also Halloween 3. So it is a movie that's become more respected with age. It's a cool little gritty, grimy New York time capsule, which is always good. I love these grimy 80s New York movies, showing the city before big evil private equity firms like Disney took over and gentrified everything. The real horror that came out of New York City wasn't monsters from Maniac Cop or the monster from Basket Case Belial, but the real monster that took over New York was gentrification, it turned out. So quite unexpected. We saw a real life horror movie of gentrification take away the real heart and soul of the city, apparently. So according to people that remember the good old days, including William Lustig, who was he was a big exploitation movie fan by all accounts, and he used to hang out at 42nd Street, and you can really see that come through in this film. So do I recommend Maniac Cop? Well, of course I do, because I don't really talk about things that I don't recommend for the most part here. Just go into it with an open mind. Don't go into it expecting a paint-by-numbers 80s slasher. Not that there's anything wrong with that, of course, but if you're expecting that sort of movie, you're going to become sorely disappointed by Maniac Cop. But it's always good to see an excuse to always good to have an excuse to check something out with either Bruce Campbell or Tom Atkins, and here you get the bonus of seeing them both in the one movie, seeing them both interact, both vie with one another for chewing up the scenery, and there's no better way to spend a lazy Saturday afternoon than watching Tom Atkins as a hard-boiled, sarcastic, possibly alcoholic police officer. And this movie really ticks all of those boxes. So if you haven't seen Maniac Cop, or if you haven't seen it in a while, it's well worth checking out by all means. There is a very cool cameo in this one. It's a blink or you'll miss it cameo. So we see Sam Raimi as a reporter in a very quick little scene. This was just before he started to make it big with things like Darkman and Spider-Man and all those other mans. But cool to see Sam Raimi in there as well. So if you haven't seen Maniac Cop, do yourself a favour, and check it out. It's fairly widely available on streaming services and on physical media and so on and so forth. And if you have seen Maniac Cop and you'd like to leave any comments, please do so below. If you have any memories of when you first saw Maniac Cop especially, I'd love to hear about all of that below. And otherwise, if you're enjoying this content, please like, subscribe and share.